Hello, America, and curling fans from Canada and Newfoundland. This is your host, this is your host Ryan Olson, bringing you the latest draw from the 2024 MoPac Women's Arena Playdowns. For people that might not get the reference, that's the introduction to Hockey Night in Canada. It's a slight modification for American audiences. So glad to have you guys with us as we have the draw between Team Malia of One Country Curling and Team Mewers Mewers is a composite team from Orange County Curling, Wine Country Curling, and Oval Curling of Utah. Rocks in play. We are underway here. It's a beautiful morning in State Line, Nevada. And hopefully we have a good day of curling on tap as we will set the playoff brackets after the 4 draws today. So, Team Mewers is playing with the red rocks. Team Malia is playing with the blue. Just to note for the record, Team Mewers had a bit of a late start this morning. Not intentionally. They ran into a spot of traffic with parade near where they were staying. So they were able to get past the parade traffic and able to get to the club on time for the start of the draw, but they were not able to take part in the practice. So this appears to be the first stone from the second for Malia, Patricia Dickerson. The other game on the ice, on sheet B, we have a contest between Team Barbary and Team Tucker. We'll give you updates as they develop. And we are also keeping track of the games on bondspieler.com. That's bondspieler.com, the online source for all your curling live scoring needs. So early in this end, it looks like Malia sitting shot barely in the back 8 as Tessa Brocky throws the rock for Team Mewers. This looks a little bit up weight. I think they're hoping to maybe clip out that Malia blue in the bag. They do. They chip it out really nicely. Team Mewers. This looks a little bit up weight. I think they're hoping to maybe clip out that Malia blue in the bag. They do. They chip it out really nicely. That was a replay there. We have the technology. We can rebuild it. Looks like Malia's on their guard. And that guard is going to go sailing through the house, doing no harm to no one, except for the English language, apparently. This is Brocky's second. I think looking to do a takeout on the blue in the back. So as I mentioned throughout the event, this is a 16 field. It's over curling, unfortunately. And looks like we are having some signal issues. Hopefully they won't last longer, or I might have to find a solution. There's 6 teams in the field. Given the format, we can do a full round robin, so each team plays 5 games against each of the other teams. As Zoe Canavas throws her first. And these games are taking place over the first 2 days of the event, Friday and Saturday. And then we've set aside Sunday for championships, playoffs. There's 21 different scenarios to determine the playoffs, and I'll delve more into those again as we get closer to the end of round robin, just so I don't have to go through 21 different scenarios. Kira Manayan gets set in the hat, and there's a lot of blue in the house now. There's 2 Malia rocks. So Mewers is playing a takeout game. I have to say that that's been a solid strategy for them. I imagine it might be a bit of a challenge because of their late arrival, they were not able to get a practice in. So they came on the ice and they're throwing high heat almost right out of the gate. And this is Canavas' second rock here. And I was talking about Mewers, but Malia is responding with takeouts of their own. So this is Casey Kasem's top 40. We're only playing the hits this morning. As Kira gets set for her second, looking for another hit. No, this is going to be a bit wide. So the third for Team Malia heads down the ice, talking about strategy. They're in a pretty good position right now. So it looks like they're looking to kind of protect what they have. As Allison Malia makes her way down the ice. I think looking for a draw right now. It might sound kind of loud in this warm room. There's only 4 people in the room besides myself. This is going to clip the guard and push into the house. So it doesn't protect the shot rock, but there are now 3 Malia stones. And Mewers, I think, is looking for an answer here early in this first end, early in this game. So one of the ice officials, Cameron, I believe, said that none of the teams have been eliminated so far in the events. So there's still a lot to play for. There are some teams on 2 losses, including Team Malia. Team Mewers. Team Mewers, they kind of ran up against a couple hot teams yesterday. And last night they played Team Feldman, one of the top teams in the field. And Mewers conceded early, I think in part to concede the game and kind of prepare for another day. But they have 2 games today, and it seems like all the teams still control their destiny to some extent. So this was a bit of a draw. Look at that curl, but it needs to sit down. And it will sit down in the back 12. And that is 4th shot. So a really good draw, really good effort from Queen of Mewers. And actually over-curled a bit. So now Malia is looking to close that draw path to prevent Queen from trying that shot again. So this is Allison Malia's last shot here in the first end. And this looks to be a little heavy, but maybe they're hoping to make contact on the red in the back, but it's going to go through the house. So now Mewers can do that draw again and be forced to a single. But Malia had a really strong setup to this game and this end. This is the last draw, first ends. Sweepers jump on it. They say it's a little light. And they need to be biting the forefoot for that single. Anywhere in the 8-foot cuts Malia down to a single point. Oh, and goodness, it's going to be a little light. So it's going to be a steal of 3 to start this game. Viewers will have the hammer again when we return to the 2024 MoPac Mixed Arena Playdowns. We'll be right back. Welcome back to our feature game. Had some camera issues to resolve. I apologize for the absence. While I was away, looks like Mewers put 2 in the house, but Malia might be sitting shot. Looking at the overhead, that does appear to be the case. After Malia was able to steal 3 in the first end. And I think they're looking to draw here, maybe to guard. No, this is a little bit up, wait. Looks like a pretty solid draw. It looks like Malia is going to follow that down. Sorry, Mewers is going to follow it down. This is Tessa Brocky's shot. Appears to be her second. Her first. That does hit the second Malia stone. And the shooter rolls over to that left wing and is good for second shots. So Malia still is shot. Would be scoring if the end ended right now, but Mewers has a pile building in the house on that left side. You see the next rock coming from Patricia Dickerson. And I think they were looking to maybe help protect that blue that was just sunk to the 8-foot area, but it's been turned into more of a It's not much cover, it's a little offset, so it does set up a double opportunity. I think Tessa likes to throw doubles. Looks like some nice weight out of the hat. Scoopers are on it. I think holding the line is going to be important. Looks pretty close. So let's get 1, it gets 2. Make that a double takeout. Brought to you by doubletakeout.com. And Tessa heads down the ice after exchanging high fives with her sweepers. Looks pretty close. So let's get 1, it gets 2. Make that a double takeout. Brought to you by doubletakeout.com. So we went from having Malia sitting 2 to Mewers sitting 4. And this net shot from, I think, Zoe gets rid of the red that was just thrown by Brocky and rolls over to the left wing. It's Malia sitting shot again, but Mewers has something cooking here in the second end. This is Kira Minayan, her first. Looking to pluck out that blue. I think if they were able to roll to the right, that would be advantageous. So you're going to see a little bit of a roll towards the center. And just like that, Mewers is sitting 4 again. And again, Mewers is set up to score multiple points. depending on how things shake out, at least 2, but they look to be well primed to score more. Over on a sheet B, Barbary had the hammer to start, and they were able to convert, scoring 2 to take a 2-0 lead over Team Tucker. This looks pretty close. It's going to hit, and it's going to roll on top of that red in the back 12. So that's a pretty good shot. It takes that third red out of the equation for now. And Mewers is going to try to kind of split the rings to maybe split the attention of Allison Malia. So looking for a draw, needs to, I think, really stick in the rings to really make Mewers' strategy come to life. A miss here could really change the end. Weight looks a little up. Malia's on it. It's going to go through the house, out of play. And so now I was saying it's going to change the end. With that miss, the rings are not split, and Malia can take on those reds on that left wing. There's a chance. I think Malia would definitely like to get rid of those reds. There's a chance that one of those reds could go into the back and jam. So Mewers still has a great shot for 2 points, but it's not as rosy a picture as it was a few minutes ago. So the broom's down, looking for making some noise. One of the greatest sounds in the world is to hear granite hitting other granite. And let's see if Allison Malia can make that sound. Looks like it's going to get 1, and that's all. The red rock that went out kind of spun back in and dislodged the stones, so the rocks that were moved had to be reset. The shooter itself rolls out. So now it's Mewers sitting 1. They're still in position to score 2, potentially more. But I don't think that blue's going anywhere. And I think splitting the rings is the call. So, splitting the rings, sit 2, and force Malia to take out 1, and then Mewers has her chance for 2. As we see Queen of Mewers with her delivery. They're saying it's a guard, I believe. Oh, goodness. So sweepers are off of it. It is going to settle in as a guard. So now the end has changed completely. Malia is looking at hitting that red out and then rolling towards the center. There's a danger there because, again, there's that jam. They're kind of changing their call, looking for potentially a freeze. As Malia makes her way down the ice. So looking for a freeze here. This is Allison Malia's last here in the second without the hammer. No sweeping. Now the sweeper's trying to jump on it. This has a bit of heat. So no freeze. That's pretty hot actually. And so now, I mean, this pendulum swings back the other way. And now Mewers has that chance for 2. They were sitting 4 rocks at one point. And then some good play from Malia really turned the end around. But at the end of it all, Queen of Mewers will have a draw for 2. And really get back into this game. So it says, they're saying that the rock is there as the sweepers jump on the rock. Need to be biting the 8 foot for that second point. Is it going to get there? It's slowing down and will come up short. So at the end of it all, a golden opportunity just comes up a bit short for Team Mewers. They'll, I think, kind of huddle at the end of this and regroup as we head into the third end. We'll be right back in just a moment as our coverage continues at the 2024 MoPac Women's Arena Playdowns. And the 2024 MoPac Women's Arena Playdowns is brought to you by DoubleTakeout.com. DoubleTakeout.com is a curling aficionado's dream website. Throughout the curling season, proprietor Ken Pomeroy updates the site with stats, information, and insights from and about curling teams from around the world. Check it out at DoubleTakeout.com. Rocks in play as we get underway here in the third end. This rock from Benache goes into the house, slips into the house, and so now Malia's lead, Castellovecchi, is going to take on the hits. And this is actually going to be a little narrow. It over curls and goes through the house. I'm going to update Bonspiel, so I'll be right back. So, no scores yet posted on sheet B. I'll update that when I can. While I'm talking about Bonspieler, we do have standings on Bonspieler. They're updated as we update the games. And so, looking at the table of 6 teams, we have Team Aces and Feldman undefeated at 3 games each at the top of the table. Barbary and Mewers are just behind with 1 win, 2 losses. Malia and Tucker are at the bottom right now. They are on 2 losses. So that is the standings. You can get the standings throughout the event at bonspieler.com. And looking at the sheet B scoreboard, it does appear that Barbary stole 3. No, stole 2. They stole 2 in the second, so it is now 4-0 Barbary over Tucker. And again, it's being updated as it happens at bonspieler.com. All right, so back on our feature sheets. Looks like I think Brocky is going to put up a guard because Mewers is sitting 2 in the house around the 12 and 8 foot rings on the center line. So it's a pretty good setup for Mewers if they can get a guard in place. So not a guard. I think they were maybe trying to draw around. That was close, but it wicks off of one of those reds and rolls towards the 4 foot, pardon me. That is shot stone, so it looks like Malia is trying to make a play on it, calling for hack weight for Patricia Dickerson. Patricia was a participant as she played skip at the 2024 U.S. Women's Curling Association National Women's Bonspiel. A lot of these players on Team Malia went to the Dragon Spiel in Alabama, so I'll be mentioning that a lot as I mention player details. So that shot from Patricia on target. Shot stone's gone. The blue stays around for shot rock. And so now Brocky is being asked to take that on. And Brocky, some of her experience includes the 2024 Rocket City 5 and Under, finishing as a C event winner while playing second. And also the 2022 Hollywood 5 and Under, an A event semifinalist playing vice. And her shot was made. So it looks like Patricia's going to come at the stone from the other side. We tried something new with the transitions, but it's back to the good old cuts now. This is a bit heavy, but it looks close. It does hit, it will roll, and it will settle in, biting the back 12 foot. So it looks like that is shot stone. So Kira Minaya is going to go for the takeout. She's been curling for 2 years, and in that time she was a 3rd place finisher at this event last year, the MoPac Women's Arena Playdowns, the first year of the event. And then they were selected to go to nationals. And that kisses the blue in the bat. And when they went to nationals, they also they went to nationals. It doesn't say how they finished. So now it's a Mewers house. Zoe Cannabis is looking to draw, I believe. It's going to get in the house. And he's going to end up just on top of the tee line. This is Kira's second shot, looking to hit that out. Hits made. The shooter's gonna stick around. So there are 3 Mewers reds in the house. Mewers does not have the hammer. As Zoe gets set. Zoe's been curling for 2 years. She was in this event last year playing Vice, and the team finished in 4th. Some of her other experience includes the MoPac 5 and Under 2024 B event winner, B event runner-up at the Silicon Valley 2024 Spiel. And at the Barrel this year, she was the C event winner. This rock is just a little heavy and will hang on by the hair of his chinny chin chin on the back 12. And just like that, we are 2 skipstones. I think because that draw path through the center is open, Quina is going to, I think, maybe draw. I think they want to keep it high. They want to close off the path, I think, unless they want to get there first. I think getting there first is not a bad outcome. The light is the alternative, the plan B. And it is light. It does kind of go into that pile of reds. It kind of does choke off the draw path slightly. But there's I think there's a triple opportunity if you really, really want to take it on. It's been a while since I've seen a triple. But the broom is down to take out at least 1 or 2 of those Mewers red rocks. So Allison Malia, last year at Arena Playdowns, her rink came in 4th when her peers ranked the team as 6th. They were a team of newbies to competitive curling. And this is going to make some noise. 1, and that's it. The shooter rolls to the edge of the 12-foot. So it does appear that Mewers is sitting 2 now. There's that red on the right that you can see right now, but I do believe that blue might be out counting it, but it's hard to say. As Queen of Mewers makes her way down the ice for her last. And I think looking to do that draw once again. Her experience in this event includes the 2023 Women's Arena Playdowns, finishing in 3rd place. She was playing Vice, and then they went to Arena Nationals. And this is going to settle in the back of the house, the back 8 foot. So that is a shot. So if Malia were to hit it or outdraw it, there would be a score of 1. But the force is definitely on in this end. so the broom's down. Malia's taking a look back at it. I think they were looking at more of a gentle takeout, but they've moved the broom to do more of a control weight takeout. I think the ice can be a little swingy away from the boards. So this will be an interesting shot from Allison Malia, her last here with the hammer in the third. And this is going to hit, maybe, oh no. So Malia started off the scoring with a steal of 3. And it looks like Mewers has responded in kind. We'll see what score they put up as they clear the ice. But it's an unfortunate miss there from Malia. And that is going to be a score of 4. So really turning the game around. Good end there from Team Mewers. And we'll be right back when we continue with the 2024 MoPac Women's Arena Playdowns, coming to you live from Lake Tahoe Epic Curling. Welcome back. We're seeing the lead rocks coming from Anne Benache. She is an active member of Curling Philippines. Her home club is the One Country Curling Club. And some of her accomplishments as part of being a part of Curling Philippines is playing in the Women's B Division at the 2023 World Curling Federation's Pan-Continental Championships. And this is the first rock coming from Kat Kastelvecchi. She was a B bracket winner in last year's Barrel Bonspiel, curling for 2 years. Some fun facts include that she enjoys cats. She has 3. So, Kat's shot is a corner guard as Anne gets set for her seconds. So Anne was also at the 2024 California Curling Championships. She is a double champion at that event. She was lead and on a 4-person team that won the event, and then she was in the mixed doubles event and won that event as well. So a double champion. So that ends up going behind that center guard, and Kat's being asked to follow it down. This looks pretty close. It's around the guard. And it's going to settle on top of that red, tap it back to the 8-foot. And there is that center guard. It's on the center line. So the no-tick rule is in effect for this tournament. And so an opposing team cannot dislodge that stone off the center line for the first 5 rocks at the end. If the rock is moved off that center line or promoted into the house or somewhere else, it's a penalty, and that rock is the defending rock is removed from play, and the original stone is replaced. That looks to be a nice draw too. some applause in the warm room as Rocky delivers a draw right on top of the button. So that no-tick rule. So this is the 6th rock to the end. So the 5 rock rule and the no-tick rule are off. But the no-tick rule is a supplement to the free guard zone, the 5 rock rule, where for the first 5 rocks at the end, an opposing team cannot remove an opponent's stone from play. Ooh! Oh, that was really close. So, a nice raise on that center guard, which again they were able to move because the no-tick rule was off. But it promotes the red into the house. I think they were maybe hoping to hit it offset, but it runs really true and kicks that red on top of the other red and moves the blue to the left wing. This is a Brocky's next. I think looking for just a guard. I could freeze it on top. I mean, Brocky had a great draw the last shot. And this is a little heavy for a guard. And we'll settle as a freeze. As high fives are exchanged. Sounds like Brocky was laughing a little bit. And so Patricia is going to take on that guard again. I think just a peel in this case. Patricia's been curling for 2.5 years. And that peel is made, but it's going to clip that blue in the back. And then the former guard is now in the back line of the house. So Mewers is now sitting 3, out counting Malia as 1 in the back there. So it looks like they're looking to try and guard those 2 definitely in the front of the house. But this also would be protecting that red in the back 8-foot. As Kira gets set. Kira's bond spieling experience includes being at the 2024 USA Curling 5 and Under National Championships. Also the 2024 Rocket City 5 and Under qualifier for that 5 and Under. She was a event winner. They won. That's I think how they punched their ticket. Finishing in 2nd place. No, so she played second. She played second. And she was also at the 2023 Coyotes 5 and Under qualifier as vice, winning the C event. And this is Zoe's first. Zoe's been curling for 2 years. That does make some contact on the reds. Just out one of the reds, but the shooter itself rolls away. So I think Mewers is going to try that shot again. I think light is the miss. So they said 4 or 5, so it's going to be pretty similar to Manayan's first. This is curling a bit more than that first one did. It will settle into the house. It will be in a scoring position, but it does not protect those reds closer to the center. So there's a potential double there, and Malia puts the broom there to take it on. As Cannabis gets set. Some up weights, a little wobble. But it looks pretty close to get. It's going to get 1. It's going to get 2. It jams on the blue in the back, and none of the rocks really go out of play. So it shuffles things around, gets rid of one of the blues, and it is Mewers sitting 4 without the hammer here in the 4th end. And by the way, we are going to take a 5-minute break at the 4th ends, as we are playing up to 8 ends of regulation. If there is a tie, there is an extra end to try to resolve it. But if the game is still tied after that extra end, I don't know what to do. It's in the procedure manual. I have to check it out. However, in the championship games, if the game is still tied after an extra end, they play another extra end, or an extra end. Got some rainy golf on TV right now. That's in Scotland. That makes sense. As you can see, Queen of Mewers is first rock of the end. I think looking to keep it high, it's going to be high. I think part of it's going to make sure it comes back. They're trying to switch to try and push it over where they're sweeping position. So it looks pretty good. It does close off a lot of the draw path to the button. But the full 4-foot is open for scoring. So if Malia is able to get past those guards, they could be in a good position to sit 1. So Allison Malia's rock is away. Looking to draw. Let's see if it's on target. It's past that guard, but it looks like it might. It's past that red on top of the house. Now it needs to sit down, and it's going to go just a smidge too far. Allison reacted. I wouldn't call it frustration, but kind of you kind of put your head back and go, ah. That was her reaction. It does cut Mewers down dramatically, though. Mewers went from sitting 4 to it looks like maybe just the 1. As Queen of Mewers heads down the ice. So it looks like they're just trying to draw, kind of follow Malia down. I think a concern for Mewers, not too much of a concern, is that a lot of Mewers' draws have been light in this game. So Wade's going to be a bit of a concern. And this is actually going to be on the guard. So they're going to sweep that in. It might be in a good position to count. Just a little short again. So it's Mewers sitting 1 in a pretty messy house. And there is a path, it looks like. Maybe, I say maybe. I do think there's a path there. I think if they try to draw, there's a possibility they could wreck on that red in the top 12 foot. But if they wreck, they could maybe roll towards the 4 foot and score that way. But it's going to be a draw for 1. Although, I say that path on the right is pretty open. And so if Malia were to pluck out that Mewers red on the tee line, they could score 2. But the shot is away. And looking for a draw for a single here in the last rock of the 4th end. This is going to be on the red guard. That's going to slip into the house. Maybe, oh goodness. That red was run on top of the red in the 12 foot, pushed to the 8 foot. It looks like it is out counting. And they're kicking stones. They're out counting that blue that was second. So it looks like at the end of this day, it's another steal at 2 for Team Mewers. So I'll wait till they put it on the board to be sure, but looks to be another steal as we are in the 4th end break. We're going to take a break. We're going to step away and come right back in about 5 minutes. I hope you'll join us then when we return to the 2024 MoPac Women's Arena Playdowns, coming to you live from Lake Tahoe Epic Curling.
to a car with a boat. No, there's a parade. There was, we're like, oh my God.
Yeah, the guy was like literally like, so what do you want me to do about it? Okay, bye.
Nothing apparently, thanks.
We literally had to talk to
Decide just cut bait. Like, because coming here was like the GPS is telling us. And the road was stopped. Like, and so it was an hour and 40 minutes, and then it was counter hours from north to here. Like,
well, that was after we had already driven some.
yeah, a little bit, but it was just. And then the other way, which went all the way back a little bit, and then all the way around Carson City, and here was an hour and 20. Freeway where we're like, we're guaranteed to get here in 120.
Yeah.
Right. Or we could try the 140, which might go down.
A very windy mountain freeway.
So we're like, let's just do 120. We'll get here. Forget practice. I like whatever.
Right.
Either for the game. Yeah.
Right.
I know. We're just like, let's just give up.
We have some core memories from that.
Bye, Allison.
Welcome back to our ongoing coverage of the 2024 MoPac Women's Arena Playdowns, brought to you by DoubleTakeout.com. This is the first of 4 games today on the MoPac YouTube channel. Coming up at about 12:25, we will have a game between Team Aces and Team Feldman. And then about 4:25, we should have a contest between Team Mewers and Team Barbary. And then at about 7:55, we have our final game of round robin as Team Tucker will take on Team Aces. And then we have Championship Sunday set aside for you guys. You don't have any plans this weekend. You can watch curling all the time. With our quadruple header today, Saturday, and the doubleheader on Sunday, starting at about 8:50 and 12:20. So that's all on the MoPac YouTube channel, and we definitely hope you'll tune in. We definitely appreciate the friends and family and curling aficionados that tune in for this event. We hope you are enjoying this project. Hope you're enjoying the competition, where Team Mewers is, I think, kind of bouncing back comfortably after a tough loss last night. It's not over yet. Team Malia is still fighting, with Mewers holding a 7-3 lead. Malia is calling for a hit and roll for Patricia. And then talking about Sheet B, which is doing a measurement right now as a finisher fourth end. That is a contest between Team Barbary and Tucker to up through the two ends. This roster didn't go through the house out of play. Through two ends, it was pretty much Barbary. They were up 4 points after scoring to esteem the second. But then Tucker responded with the fourth spot in the third. And then this fourth end was pretty wild, as there were scads of rocks in play on Sheet B. As we'll see this next rock coming from Tessa Brocky on her feature sheet. And so Sheet B is on their fourth end break. And I'm not seeing a score posted. Let me ask real quick. So there was a measurement, but Barbary scored 2 to retake the lead, entering the fourth end break with a score of 6-4. And I'm updating Bonspieler right now. So this next rock coming from Patricia runs the red guard into the house. It's going to make contact with the blue. Oh, goodness. That blue went through those reds around the forefoot and out of play. Just a bit unlucky. So it looks like Mewers is sitting 3 as Kira Manayan gets sets. I didn't realize that the golf graphics for Scotland include rain. Makes sense. Although Scotland is where the sport of curling was born, and we definitely owe a lot to the Scots for the invention of one of the best sports ever. And I'm talking about caber tossing and curling too, I guess. So that draw from Kira puts another red into the house. You're sitting 4, and now Malia wants to break things up here. As Zoe is throwing a bit of bomb here. Oh, there's that red, there's that blue at the very top. But that stone is past it. Chips out one of the reds, but that's all, as the shooter goes out of play. So control of the game has really shifted Malia, I think, has like a pretty good first two ends, especially when they were able to force Malia. So they were able to force Mewers to that single point in the second end, but Mewers has kept the pedal to the metal this entire game, and it's paying off for them in these later ends. This is a draw, looking for a guard more, I believe. It is going to settle in as a tight guard. Tessa takes a breather after they swept nearly post to post. And so this is Zoe's second shot, looking to make a play on the shot zone. There's a port now to the shot rock. There's a danger of crashing on that Snoop guard because it's super high. So it's definitely past the guard, but it's going to actually hit the red and promote it into the house. So now it's Mewers sitting 4 again. So looking at their options here are Twina and Kira. Broom's down. I'm thinking it's going to be a draw, just to guard and block off the blue rays on that right side. The miss is to be a little light, but not too light. You want the rock and play, but you don't want to be heavy and make contact with that blue. I guess you could afford to be slightly heavy. And you can make an argument that could be the pro miss, just to make sure that it gets there and is in play. So the rock does cross the hog line. Where is it going to end up? And it does end up blocking access to that blue. And then that path to the button is extremely small. I would say non-existent. There is a path though. I can see a port to the button. You would probably need to throw hack weights, I believe. But I think the path is there. But Malia is looking at the other side of the ice. The broom down. I think they're looking to draw. I think they can get to the 4-foot, but I don't know if they can get to the button from that position. As we look at the overhead once again. And this is hanging out. Could be a bit up weight as well. But I think if it sits, okay, I see it slowing a little bit. It does slow in time to remove at least 2 of the Mewers rocks from the equation. And so it looks like Mewers wants to take it on. Do some addition by subtraction. Is that how the phrase works? My major in college was communication, not math. So just looking to pick it out. I don't think they even need to stick around. Looking for some takeout weights. It could be a bit wide. Manayan is calling the sweepers off. Hoping to bring it back for a touch, but it's not going to come back. So now Malia has been down this path. They've cut Mewers down to 2 in this end. I think they need to be careful not to dislodge that blue. But I think the draw is there to kind of cut Mewers down to 1 perhaps. But I don't think it's going to get there for a scoring. But that's why we play the game. And also, as I mentioned repeatedly throughout this tournament and others, I'm not on the ice. I don't know the ice conditions. I don't know my players. So they could be seeing something that I'm not. Last rock here in the 5th. This looks to be a little up again. And this could be not too shabby. Doesn't change the equation much. It does appear to be a steal or 2. So looks to be another steal. Mewers is up 9-3. And we'll take a pause and we'll be right back. Welcome back to our ongoing coverage of the 2024 MoPac Women's Arena Playdowns. Brought to you by DoubleTakeout.com. This is gonna hog. Does not get over the line. First rock coming for Kat Castelletti. Going to be a cornerish guard. So it looks like Mewers wants to draw around, asking Anne Tinashe to do the honors. Sounds like the stone might be going through the house. Slowing down a smidge though. as it curls around that guard, and it will park in the back 12 foot. Cat's second turn. I think they want to throw around that guard again. If you look at the left side of the screen, you'll see clocks. These games are being timed as the stone from Cat goes around that guard and settles in the top 8 foot. So great shot there from Cat Castelvecchi. So these games are timed. Each team has 30 minutes of what's called thinking time. The clock starts as soon as the other team's turn ends, and the clock stops as soon as the stone crosses the tee line on the delivery side. So just right a moment ago where Tessa crossed the tee line. So teams have 30 minutes of thinking time, and then each team also has a timeout. The normal time has been extended slightly because there are judges and coaches in the field. And with the coaches, there's a little extra time to enable the coach enough time to get onto the ice to meet their players. So Tessa's shot is in the top 12 foot. As Patricia Dickerson gets set. I think looking to draw around that red. As well, this is coming up a little light. So maybe plan B is just to put another guard into play. That does protect the shot blue Malia stone, or Malia stone, pardon me. So regarding the timing, timing has not been an issue so far at this event. Teams have had plenty of time to play their games. Each team takes about 3.5 to 4 minutes of thinking time to play a total of 8 ends. This raw just gonna kiss the top red and roll on top of the blue on the right. However, with the timing, that is an element that is seen very often at the national championship level. And so in order to help provide an environment as close to champion level as possible, we have timing as well. And so definitely want to give a huge shout out to volunteers and teams that are not on the ice for any given draw to help with the timing. It's literally a thankless task. Although I was thanking them just now, but people worked in the shadows. People don't notice them until they're short on time or if there's an error. So definitely appreciate the work that the volunteers do for timing, for ice crew. We have Cameron, Brian, and Eric helping with the ice this weekend, and definitely helping to ensure that we have a great field to play on. Also a huge shout out to Lake Tahoe Epic Curling for hosting this event and the men's event coming up about this time next month. As Kira's shot comes down the ice, I think looking just to draw. The way where Queena has the broom, was hoping to put it in the back forefoot, maybe the button, and it ends up in the top forefoot, just biting it. So it sounds like they're looking for some up weight here. And you might ask, what's up weight? And I would say, not much, dog. It's on the blue guard. So it does peel that away. The shooter also rolls the wings out of play. So it looks like they might be drawing on top of their shot rock, biting the forefoot. Sweepers are really sweeping it. Now they're off. I think just kind of letting it settle as a guard moderately close to the house. So it looks like Malia is going to take on that shot rock again. Maybe roll towards the center as Zoe Cannabis delivers her shots. Ooh, this is wide. That's through the gap out of play. So we are at Skipstones here in the sixth end. I think going for a draw as Queena cleans her broom pad, although she uses a stabilizer for her delivery. Releases away. I'm wondering if the ice has slowed down slightly. It is carrying a little bit. Full 8 foot for 2 right now. Does look like to be a second counter. However, it does offer a tempting, tasty target for Team Malia to take on. Looking for a double here. First rock coming from Allison Malia. Looking for a double, making some noise. It's going to be close. I think they're only going to get one though. And that is the outcome. So Mewers' shots. but there are two Malia stones very close by. So I think Queen is going to try a similar shot to her last. Saying the shot doesn't need any sweeping. I wonder if they're going to try to kick the blue onto the red, and that's not going to be the case. It's going to end up as a guard. So now Malia has a tough situation here. If they're able to get rid of that red, they would be storing two, maybe more. I don't think they can get three. I think some of the concern is that they team Mewers took away the path to just tap the red out of the way. Yeah, I don't think they need to tap it. I mean, they need to hit it, but they don't need to, like, it's not like a gentle tap. They just need to get rid of the red and hopefully have the blue stick around. Here we go, hoping for two. Team Malia, Allison's last here in the sixth. Oh, it's on the guard. Oh no. What a disaster, unfortunately. So that's a steal of two. And that is enough for Team Malia. We're gonna put it in the books as an 11-3 win, Team Mewers over Team Malia. Looking at sheet B before we sign off, it looks like Barbary stole another 2 points in the fifth end to take a 8-4 lead over Team Tucker on sheet B. Apologies. I say apologies because I screwed up Bondspieler. So that is sheet B. We'll continue to update it on bondspieler.com. But we're going to sign off for now on our feature game. We'll be back with more curling at about 12:25. So that's just about 2 hours from now. Again, that feature game will be Team Aces versus Team Thelman. We do hope you'll join us then. But until next time, this is your host, Ryan Olson. For all of us here at MoPac, Lake Tahoe, Epic Curling, and DoubleTakeout.com, good day and good curling.